Hi guys, I'm a little bit unwell, so that's why my voice sounds about 3 octaves lower than it usually sounds. I don't know why I can speak so low when I'm ill, but it's really weird. Anyway, so I've lost my voice a bit, but I just wanted to make a really quick video about my music theatre hot takes or my controversial opinions. I'm sure I've got probably loads more, but these are the ones that come to my mind first. Maybe they're not controversial at all. Maybe you agree with some, maybe you disagree with some, let me know. But I know the first one is absolutely a hot take. I have not found a single person who agrees. But I liked the Cats movie, okay? I have seen Cats on stage and I literally considered leaving halfway through. I was like, what is this? Like, for a person who really loves musicals because of story, like going to see a musical that pretty much has no story, even the individual moments or songs, like it's pretty loose. I was just like, this is great singing, this is great dancing, but like, why am I here? Whereas when I watched the Cats movie, I actually like understood like what the vision was, and I think the reason was because it really demonstrated the scale, if that makes sense. Like, I felt what it felt like to be a small cat in this oversized human world. I felt what it felt like to be a cat with these secret cat cultural things and these secret cat lingo and clubs, and I really felt what it felt like to be a cat in the world of cats. And obviously, there were many performances in that film that I am not obsessed with, that honestly I'm like, what were you thinking casting that person? But I really kind of understood the vision and the vibe, and I really connected with it in a way that I didn't connect with the stage show. I think after having seen the movie, I would enjoy the stage show a lot more. But yeah, I liked the movie. I didn't find it weird that they were cat human things. I suspended my disbelief, right? Like, we're all very good at that. So yeah, I don't know what the issue was with the cat movies, apart from the casting. Next up is about the musical Six. People rave about Six, and I have seen Six, I love Six, but the plot is so thin. Like, not enough happens that, again, like, I love story, and not enough happens, and I feel like, is it a musical or is it a really theatrical concert? Like, that's where I'm at with Six. It works so well as a concert theatrical experience, but the entire show, the queens are just like, no, my life sucked more. No, you know what? My life sucked more. And they rehash that same thing about a bajillion times. It's lucky that it's a short show. They can kind of pull it off. But yeah, I'm just not sure about Six because of that issue. There's just not enough plot. This one maybe not so controversial. I know a lot of people feel the same way, but I'm not a massive fan of jukebox musicals. I kind of just think like it's a money grab, and that's the point of it. Like, you've already got this built-in audience who are a fan of that music, so that will help you sell tickets. Like, I get it from a commercial point of view, but I just think so often they're not very good, especially when they're trying to like tell the story of that person's life or whatever. It's just a bit like, I think that like Mamma Mia really is kind of fun. But again, that's like a totally new story. I think that helps it. And I think that the music of Mamma Mia is quite fun, upbeat, theatrical in a way. But I think when you try and take other people's music who is not very theatery music, or not very even just upbeat and fun, and try and like wind into a musical, it's just a bit like clutching at straws, and it just feels like a cash grab. So let me know if you have a favorite jukebox musical, if there's a jukebox musical that you really like, but I'm just like not 100% sure about them. And this kind of ties into my opinion about adaptations. There are so many adaptations, and I just feel like, again, it's a cash grab, right? You've got a built-in audience who already like the source material, and it's like, it's fine, whatever, but when every single big show that's coming out is an adaptation, like at the moment, it's like Back to the Future, the musical, Mrs. Doubtfire, the musical, like again and again and again and again. It's just kind of like, can't we come up with something new? Because if you think back to so many great musicals of the past, they are new ideas, new stories. I think it's a shame that all of the money is getting put into these big, flashy adaptations because they know it's going to sell tickets. I don't think La La Land is a musical, and people have wanted to fight me about this, but I will tell you why. I don't think La La Land has that many songs, and I mean like unique, individual, melodic moments. There's a lot of reusing musical themes throughout here and there, but in terms of individual songs, there is not that many. And the songs that there are, they don't really move the story forward a lot of the time. They might move the story forward on the screen, like while that song's playing, you get to see the story unfold, but the song itself doesn't really push the story forward a lot of the time. I think a great example of this is the opening number. Do you know what I mean? It's a banger. It's a banger. We get to see sort of the setting and the vibe of the movie, but apart from that, it doesn't introduce the characters or the world or the rules of that world or really anything. And I think a lot of the music in that movie is music that just naturally happens as a part of that world, right? The main character is a piano player, a musician, and so he's surrounded by a lot of music. There's songs like when they play at the concert and he's on the keys, when he's at home on the piano, when he's playing in the wedding band or the party band. So there's a lot of these musical moments that would be there if it was a movie, because it is just a part of that character's story. I also think the film relies really heavily on these movie techniques, and a big part would be like the alternate ending. I'm sure there would be a way to stage that, but the way they do that in the movie is so perfect and is so beautiful, and it is so unique to that movie and the way that you can tell a story on a screen. So yeah, overall, I'll be really interested to see what they do with the adaptation, but I do think they will need to adapt quite a lot, add in a lot of extra music, and make quite a few changes to make it work for the stage, because I think the movie in itself at the moment is a really great movie, but it's a movie with music. It's a movie with those musical theatre elements, but not a movie musical. I don't really like Hairspray, and Hairspray is some people's like favorite musical of all time. Granted, I've not seen it on the stage. I've listened to the soundtrack, I've obviously watched the movie, but the songs to me are just kind of annoying. It's got that like real like nasally, cheesy theater sound, which I don't hate, but it's just like on and on and on. I can hear the bells. It's just like, I just listen to it and I want to turn it off. This is the same for Kinky Boots, but for the opposite reason. Like, I just don't think it's interesting enough or grabbing enough. All of the songs sound a little bit samey, not really interesting enough to me. And again, I've never seen it on stage, so I really think my opinion on that could change if I ever get to see that on stage. But at the moment, when I listen to the music of Kinky Boots and Hairspray, I'm just kind of like, no. But I know some people love those shows. And lastly, I believe you do not have to go to the West End or Broadway to see the best possible theatre that you can see. I think Broadway and the West End have amazing commercial theatre, but it's very much targeting a commercial audience, and that will feed into every artistic decision that is made. If you want to see some of the most amazing theatre, I believe it's in Fringe Theatre or off-Broadway or off-Broadway or some random town hall showing of something absolutely random. So I really encourage people to go see those random shows, because sometimes they are the best, because they are not creatively limited to needing to make money in order to sustain the whole operation. And that's it for today's hot takes of musical theatre, my possibly controversial opinions. Let me know what you agree with and what you disagree with, and I will see you in the next video.